Hello, my little poets, and welcome back to Pedantic Poetry. My name is Andy, and I'm your host. So, for this episode, I kind of wanted to talk music in general. I was originally just going to mention some of my favorite songs and favorite albums, but I thought, what better way of getting to know my taste in music than answering some music related questions. So I found 56 questions from Pinterest, and I have between 3 to 5 answers for each one, which is a lot, I know. So bear with me while we go on a journey through my music taste. So the first question is a song you discovered this month. The first song I discovered this month was actually Stacy's Mom by Fountains of Wayne. I never really listened to this song before, but then I watched something with my dad and it was in it, and I was just like, this is so addicting to listen to. The second song is Feels Like This by Maisie Peters. I kind of rediscovered this because at the start of the year it was in the Norwegian version of The Voice, and I was just like, ooh, this is pretty. So I got obsessed with it then, but then I rediscovered it this month and I'm fully obsessed again. And the last song is, okay, it's a little bit more than within the last month, but The Weather by All Time Low. It's one of their newer releases for their new album, and I'm just kind of obsessed with it. Question 2 is a song that always makes you smile. I feel like I should give some context for these questions. I really should have done this earlier, but throughout the last couple of years I've gone through big phases of being obsessed with certain artists. So you're going to see a lot of Taylor Swift, a lot of some of my emo bands like Set It Off, All Time Low, My Chemical Romance, 21 Pilots, Fall Out Boy, those kinds. And since December last year, I've been completely obsessed with a K-pop group called Stray Kids. So you're going to see a lot of those. And the first song that always makes me smile is How You Get the Girl by Taylor Swift. It's just such a cute song, and I just absolutely love the vibes, and the instrumental is really fun and everything. The next one is What Would You Do by Tate McRae. Again, just fun. It makes me want to dance. It makes me smile. And the last one is Car Crash by EAJ, I would say. I'm unsure how to pronounce this artist, but this song is just cozy in a way. I can't really describe it in like another way than that, but it also always gives me like good vibes. Now let's do some opposites. Songs that make me cry. The first song is Dad's Song by Set It Off. I found this song right after my dad moved, because he originally, after my parents split, he lived like 15 minutes away, but then he moved 2 hours away, and that was really hard for me. I've always been kind of, I hate saying this, but I've been a daddy's girl. Like, he's always been a really important part of my life, so him moving away was really hard. And then discovering this song, which is about the singer's dad passing away, it really got to me. It really did. The next song is Nobody Can Save Me by Linkin Park, and to me this song is just really relatable, and that's why it kind of makes me cry and makes me sad and everything. So, and it's also from the last album before Chester Bennington took his own life, so it's like extra emotional and everything. So the last song that most times makes me cry is Memories by Conan Gray. Again, it's just relatable. Thinking, yeah. Okay, the next couple of questions I don't have a lot of answers to, because it's the question number 4 is a song you know all the words to. There are too many. When it comes to lyrics, my brain kind of just like, oh yeah, you know this song, you know all the lyrics, and so I learn lyrics pretty fast. It's also like that with numbers, I find. It's really fun, kind of annoying at times, but yeah. And question 5 is a song that proves you have good taste. I don't. I know I don't. Like, my music taste is so all over the place. Like, I can listen to... I literally have a playlist called Songs I Suddenly Remember, which has, like, really, really sad songs, and then you can all of a sudden listen to Master of Puppets by Metallica, and it's it's a fun playlist for me because it really shows the many different genres I listen to. But yeah, so I wouldn't say I have good music taste. It really depends on who you're asking. But I love the music I listen to, but I know it's not for everyone. And then we have question 6, a song title that is in all lowercase. Here I have Medicine by Turin, The One by Taylor Swift, and Feel Like Shit by Tate McRae. The next question is a song title that is in all uppercase, and here I have Stupid in Love by Max, Taste by Stray Kids, and All Caps by Weathers and John the Ghost. Question 8, I was struggling with this one, but it's an underrated song, and one of my all-time favorite, like, slow, really just, like, good vibe songs is Honey by Julia Paymer, but it's like no one has listened to it or no one knows it, and I'm just obsessed with it, so please stream Honey. Next question is a song title that has 3 words. Here I have At Second Thought by Voila, Die For Me by A Day to Remember, and All I Want by Olivia Rodrigo. Song from your childhood. Here I have a couple of albums. I have Take Me Home by One Direction. It's such a nostalgic album, and it's the reason why I fell in love with listening to music and listening to albums, especially because it holds such a special place in my heart, and I still love this album. I still love all the songs, and this might be one of my no-skip albums. I have very few because I'm kind of picky about the songs I like. The next album is Truth About Love by Pink, because I grew up listening to this during road trips, and it was actually the first concert I went to was Truth About Love, and I have this picture of tiny me. I am like 7 years old in this t-shirt that is way too big on me, but now it fits, so it's like, it's really fun looking back. Then I also have Beautiful by Akon, and I also have Beautiful by Eminem, because my older siblings, they made these compilation CDs that we used to listen to in the car, and one of them had Beautiful by Akon, and the next track, I believe, was Beautiful by Eminem. And so I learned those songs, and I still love them. They're so fun. Or Beautiful by Eminem isn't fun, but it's a really fun song to know because it has some really cool rhyme. It has some really cool rhymes, I would say. So, yeah. Question 11 is a song that reminds you of summer. Here I took some songs that are kind of from my childhood because, you know, usually summer reminds me of like reminiscing and everything. So I have Domino by Jessie J and Die Young from Kesha, and then a kind of newer song. I found this in 2021, I believe. Do It To Me by All Star Weekend. It's such a fun song. Question 12 is a song that you feel embarrassed listening to. Okay, to give some context, I was a drama student in high school. So not a lot actually makes me embarrassed. I can do some really embarrassing things and just not really feel it. But one soundtrack that kind of makes me embarrassed is the Has Been Hotel soundtrack, purely because of all the swearing. It's like so dirty and so much swearing, but at the same time the songs are so good. Like, especially I love More Than Anything, Poison, and Ready For This. I believe those are my top tier favorites, but I love the whole soundtrack. I was also really embarrassed listening to Stray Kids at the start because they are K-pop, and I know K-pop has there's a lot of judgment around listening to K-pop and everything, so yeah. I also remember being really embarrassed about listening to One Direction and Taylor Swift a couple of years ago, because it was like, yeah, it was nostalgic and everything for me, but at the same time it was just like, ugh, is this really something I want to listen to? Okay, the next question is the first song that plays on shuffle, and I am literally going to shuffle my Spotify playlist that is named Andy. And for some context for this as well, I used to borrow my sister's Spotify Premium, so I just made one playlist called Andy and put all the songs I liked on it. It was like 1,000 songs long and everything, and so I just carried that tradition, and now I have one. It is 35 hours long, so let's see. Oh, I love this song. The first song that came up is Skeleton Slowed and Reverb version by Set It Off. Skeleton by Set It Off, the original version, has a very special place in my heart. It has a very special place in my heart because of the time it was released. I was in high school during my second year, and we were doing this project in one of my drama classes where we were trying to create a 70s version of Ghost by Henrik Ibsen, and it came out like a couple days before Halloween, and we were sitting and we were creating our manuscript, and we were thinking about costumes and everything, and we were taking a break, and I was just sitting with this song in my headphones on repeat. Question 14 is a song someone showed you, and the first one is Exile by Taylor Swift. I was showed this by my sister, and I didn't get the hype back then, but I do now. I really love this song now. It's so cool. And the next song is Thunderous by Stray Kids. This I was showed back in like November 2021, and I didn't get it. Back then I didn't get it. I was just like, okay, this is cool, but it's not my thing, because I was still kind of emo back then, listening to like My Chem and Fall Out Boy and 21 Pilots and everything, and so I didn't really get it. Now I love it again. Then I have Keeper of the Seven Keys and Die Die My Darling. Keeper of the Seven Keys is by Halloween, and Die Die My Darling is by Metallica, and both of these songs I have been showed by my dad. My dad was a real metalhead in his teens, and I love when we used to stay up and show each other songs by like new artists, or for him it was like old artists that he wanted to show me, and so I could appreciate them, and these are two of my favorites. The next question is a song from a movie soundtrack. I couldn't choose just songs, so I found proper like the whole soundtrack. The first one is the teensy bit embarrassing because I am soon to be 21 years old, but The Princess and the Pauper soundtrack, Barbie movie, like from 2004, it's so amazing. I absolutely love the songs. Free, the opening song, Free, it's so good. And also, How Could I Refuse is one of the best film tracks in a Barbie movie. I love it. And yeah, The Cat's Meow is also just so cute. That is one of the songs I know by heart. Yeah. No, I just love it, and it's so nostalgic for me. It's like childhood vibes and everything. It's great. Next up, I have the Hamilton soundtrack, which is kind of a cop-out because it was originally a musical, and now it's just like a musical. It's a filmed version of the musical on Disney+. But it's too good. It's so good. It's so good. I love it. I really had a Hamilton phase in, I would say, from November 2021 until like throughout 2022. And then I started doing like Taylor Swift and everything. So as I said, I really go like in waves of being obsessed with something. The last soundtrack I wanted to mention was The Greatest Showman, because it was one of my favorite movies for a long time. It still is. It's just I'm not really a movie person anymore. Like I still love movies, but I usually just sit and watch YouTube now. Okay, the next question is a song with no words. And here I have the Undertale soundtrack. Next is Sunday by Lysander and Ghost by Hazy. And then I also needed to mention Creator by Lena Raine for the Minecraft soundtrack. I absolutely love both the normal version and the music box version. The music box version I have on like my I Can't Sleep playlist. And then we have question 17, a song you listen to at 3 a.m. Here I only have one answer because Lewis Plays Guitar has made lo-fi versions of some of the Undertale soundtrack, and it's amazing. Please listen to it if you need to study or something. It's so good. Question 18, I should have made this question 17 because it's a song about being 17. Here I have Dancing Queen by ABBA, but I also wanted to mention Our Last Night's cover of it because that one is kind of like a really cool metal cover. Yeah, it's cool. Next is 17 from Heathers the Musical, and then also Betty by Taylor Swift. Question 19 is a song that reminds you of somebody. Okay, so here I have Tidal Wave by Our Last Night and Thank God You Stayed by Keen DeCrow. They both remind me of my bestest friend in the whole world, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life. You're amazing. You know who you are. I have Hate Me and Just Like a Pill by Pink, I'd Be Fine by All Time Low, Cry by Benson Boone, Let You Down by NF, and Memories by Conan Gray. And I'll just say, if you know, you know. Yeah, this is just me venting about a specific person in my life. Question 20 is a song to drive to. And here I have Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts because it's the superior version. LA Devotee by Panic at the Disco because it was me and my dad's road trip song from 2018 until like 2022. And it was just really fun driving around listening to that song with him. Yeah. The last one I have is Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo. Question 21 is a song with a number in the title. Here I have $20 Nosebleed by Fall Out Boy, 19 by Stray Kids, and 3 O'Clock Things by AJR. All really fun songs. Question 22 is a song with a long title, and here my emo phase really kicked in because why do these bands have such long titles? So the first one is Honey, This Mirror Isn't Big Enough for the Two of Us by My Chemical Romance. The second one is Our Lawyer Made Us Change the Name of the Song So We Wouldn't Get Sued by Fall Out Boy. There's a Good Reason These Tables Are Numbered, Honey, You Just Haven't Thought of It Yet by Panic at the Disco. Then because I couldn't just leave these out, I had to pick these ones as well. I have Lying is the Most Fun a Girl Can Have Without Taking Her Clothes Off by Panic at the Disco. I Slept with Someone in Fall Out Boy and All I Got Was This Stupid Song Written About Me by Fall Out Boy. And Get Busy Living or Get Busy Dying, Do Your Part to Save the Scene and Stop Going to Shows by Fall Out Boy. The next question is a song with a color in the title, and here I wanted to do like not fancy names of colors. So I have Red by Taylor Swift, Getaway Green by All Time Low, and Hiding in the Blue by The Fat Rat and Riel. I could have done this fully Taylor Swift, but as I said, I didn't want to do like the fancy colors, so I didn't want to do like maroon and lavender haze and stuff like that. I wanted to do like red, green, blue, purple, pink, yeah. And question number 4 is a song that you've had stuck in your head. And I made a playlist for this. It was songs that kept getting stuck in my head because of like specific parts that like they just scratch an itch in my brain. So I made a playlist called Audio HD with ADHD capitalized. So some of the songs on this playlist are If This Was a Movie by Taylor Swift, Feels Like This by Macy Peters, Say Don't Go by Taylor Swift, Empty Wallets by 5 Seconds of Summer, Fool's Holiday, which is a Christmas song, but it's amazing, by All Time Low, Break My Own by Taylor Bickett, Grow Up and Be Kids by The Cab, If These Sheets Were States by All Time Low, and Oh Calamity by All Time Low. Question 25 is a song in a different language. Here I have Jeg elsker deg men by Ramón in Norwegian, because Norwegian is my mother tongue if you didn't know. I have El Conticino by Guitarrica de la Fuente in one word in Spanish. And then I also have, because it's one of my favorite Stray Kids songs, I wo kure ta no ninase, which is Japanese with small bits of English. Question 26 is a song you used to dislike but now love. Here I have Hoax by Taylor Swift, 3 Russia by Stray Kids, because yes, it's so fun. Now when I listen back, it's so fun. Electric Love by Burns. It's not that I used to dislike the song, it's just that it wasn't my favorite when it was really popular and played a lot on the radio here in Norway. But then, like a year ago, I listened to it again and I was just like, damn, this is so good. Yeah. Question 26 is an album you want physically, like to own physically. I already have One More Light by Linkin Park. It's my only LP that I own. I really want more, just to like start up a music collection. Like, I love having them digitally, but having something physical to hold is special. So I would love the Hollow EP by Stray Kids, Take Me Home by One Direction, Truth About Love by Pink, Don't Panic, It's Longer Now, so the deluxe version of All Time Low's Don't Panic, Wake Up Sunshine by All Time Low, Duality by Set It Off, Elsewhere, and Cinematics also by Set It Off. Question 28 is a song that reminds you of somewhere. Here I have Castle on the Hill by Ed Sheeran, and this song is really special because it reminds me of when my dad and I used to like go for walks around this medieval church, I believe. Yeah, it's like a medieval church, and we would always like sit around it and point to it and say, oh, it's the castle on the hill. Then I have Battle Symphony by Linkin Park, and this one reminds me of visiting my grandma up in the north of Norway, and we were in Lofoten, and it's so beautiful there, and we were like driving around looking at these like Caribbean blue waters, listening to Linkin Park and everything. It was magical. The last song that reminds me of somewhere is City in a Garden by Fall Out Boy, and it reminds me of my old high school and the old apartment and everything, and I had a really great class and made some really, really good friends, and it's going to be memories that stick with me for life, so yeah. Question 29 is a song that reminds you of a certain event, and here I literally just chose songs that remind me of different plays I've been in. So I have Crazy Equals Genius from Panic at the Disco, and this was like our main production my second year of high school. We were playing our own version of Alice in Wonderland, and I was the Mad Hatter, and that role and everything, it's still sticking with me to this day, and it's now been over 3 years. It's almost 3.5 years, which is crazy. Equals Genius. Haha, I'm so funny. The next one is Lay All Your Love on Me by ABBA, and this reminds me of my senior year. It's like, okay, so high school here in Norway is 3 years, so it's like my third year main production, but we rewrote the lyrics and everything. The last one is Aquarius, Let the Sun Shine In by The Fifth Dimension. This is from my 10th grade production of, I don't even think we named it anything, but it was like a 70s themed play. So we used different songs from the 70s, like Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath, and yeah, we also used You're the One That I Want from Grease. It was just a fun time. Question 30 is a song you can dance to, and here I put almost any Stray Kids song. They have some really sad songs that you can't dance to, but some of my favorites are Social Path, I Like It, and Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale is like, the lyrics are sad, but it sounds really happy. Then I have Nothing Even Matters by Big Time Rush, because I remember watching both the show and I believe they made a movie and they did the dance for this one, and I still remember it, and it's been like 10 years. It's crazy. It feels crazy. Then I also put Sweet Melody by Little Mix, because that one is just catchy. It makes me want to dance. Question 31 is an artist or band that no one would expect you to love. I look kind of alternative. I have facial piercings, I have a couple tattoos and everything. So I don't think anyone would imagine me listening to Taylor Swift or One Direction or Stray Kids. Stray Kids is the one I can like kind of imagine people like connecting, but at the same time, people usually think I am like a metalhead or like a punker or everything. Question 32 is a song from your favorite album. So those albums I mentioned I wanted physically, I just took those because I have so many favorite albums that I was just like, okay, let's just do like a select few. From the Hollow EP, I would want Fate. Take Me Home by One Direction, I have I Would. Truth About Love by Pink, I have Walk of Shame. Don't Panic, It's Longer Now, I have Paint You Wings. From Wake Up Sunshine, I have Pretty Venom. From Duality, I have Why Worry. Elsewhere, I have Skeleton. Cinematics, I have Plastic Promises. And One More Light by Linkin Park, I have Sharp Edges. Question 33 is a song you listen to when you're angry. Here I have That's So True by Gracie Abrams, Social Path by Stray Kids, and Gives You Hell from the All American Rejects. I also, because I couldn't help myself, had to put it in I'm Not Okay by Weathers. All of these songs are so good to listen to when you're angry. Like, really? You can scream some of the lyrics and it's so therapeutic. Question 34 is a song that you listen to when you're happy. Here I have The View by Stray Kids, I Think He Knows by Taylor Swift, and Colliding by Alder and Lejeune, I believe it is. Question 35 is a song you listen to when you're sad. Here I have Friendly Fire by Linkin Park, Fool's Holiday by All Time Low. Again, it's a Christmas song, but give it a try, even though it's August. And also, lastly, Dancing with Your Ghost by Sasha Alex Sloan. Question 36 is a song you want played at your wedding. Here I have Glitter in the Air by Pink, Paper Rings by Taylor Swift, and 18 by One Direction. I had to throw in Paper Rings because it can't all be like slow, kind of saddish songs, so... Okay, question 37 is a song you want played at your funeral, and this was so meme-ish of me because I wrote down all the songs because I can't remember all of these. I wrote We're All Gonna Die by Nothing More, and that's the only one because I couldn't think of anything else. But yeah, We're All Gonna Die by Nothing More. Question 38 is a song that makes you laugh. Here I have Superboard by Stray Kids because I can't take it seriously with it. If you know, you know. Then I have Those Kind of Nights by Eminem and Ed Sheeran, because the verses, yeah, they're so funny. Listen to it. Here I also have question 39, which is a song that makes you feel guilty. Don't question. I have Dead Mom from Beetlejuice the Musical, True Love by Pink, and Older by Sasha Alex Sloan. Question 40 is your favorite song at this time last year. I use an app to track all of my streams and everything because Spotify Wrapped hasn't really been rapping properly, I would say. So I chose from the 1st of August to the 31st of August last year, and this time last year I was listening a lot to Evil by Melanie Martinez, Slow It Down by Benson Boone, Cry by Benson Boone, Would've, Could've, Should've by Taylor Swift, and All the Right Moves by One Republic. Question 41 is a song that needs to be played out loud. It needs to be played loud on loudspeakers. Here I have Raise Your Glass by Pink. This one is a new edition. The album literally came out 2 days ago as I'm recording this. Ceremony by Skiss. No? Stray Kids. It's such a hype song. I love it. I'm already so in love with it. It's been going on repeat here in my condo. And the last one is a sad song, but it's When We Were Broken by Our Last Night. Such a beautiful song. Absolutely recommend. Question 42 is a song about drugs or alcohol. Here I have Sober by Pink, Just Like a Pill by Pink, and Drugs and Candy by All Time Low. Question 43 is a song you never get tired of. Here I have They Don't Know About Us by One Direction, Bad Guy by Set It Off, and Aiwo Kure Tano Ninaze by Stray Kids. Question 44 is a song from your preteens. Here I have Little Me by Little Mix, Ugly Heart by GRL, and Starving by Hailey Steinfeld. Question 45 is one of your favorite 80s songs. Here I have Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears, Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, and How Will I Know by Whitney Houston. Question 46 is a song that is a cover by another artist, and here I just want to highlight Our Last Night and their covers. They are metal covers, so it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but I love them. I love them. If you're a metalhead or if you like metal music, listen to All Last Night and their covers, especially the Toxic cover. I also have Dancing in the Moonlight by Toploader. I didn't really realize this was a cover because Toploader's version is so much more famous than the original. And this last one isn't even a cover, but it was almost given to another artist. It's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. And you'll never guess who it was supposed to be meant for. It was meant for Celine Dion. I love that fact. Question 47 is a song you would sing a duet with on karaoke, which is a really bad way of wording it, but it's basically duets I would sing with someone if I did karaoke. I have Just Give Me a Reason by Pink and Nightras, Somebody That I Used to Know by Got Gay and Kimbra, and I also have 17 from Heathers because it's such a beautiful song. Question 48 is a favorite song with a name in the title. These are, I wouldn't say my top tier favorite songs, but it was kind of hard finding songs with names in the title. But I have Monica Lewinsky by Upsahl, Stella by All Time Low, and Olivia by One Direction. Question 49 is a song by a band you wish were still together. This was so hard. But I have Heaven Help Us by My Chemical Romance. They're kind of back together, but it's iffy. I have Over Again by One Direction. This is also one of my favorite One Direction songs, and I know that because of Liam's death, they will most likely never get back together, which is really sad to think about, but yeah. Over Again by One Direction. Then I have Something Wonderful by Seaway. Seaway is kind of still active, but at the same time they haven't released new music since 2021 or 2022, and they're not really active on social media or anything. So question 50, we're in the home stretch now. A song by an artist no longer living. This one was also kind of hard because I usually, most of the artists I listen to are still alive, but I have Ain't a Thing by Avicii. I also have What I've Done by Linkin Park because of Chester Bennington. I wanted to mention a Linkin Park song that I haven't mentioned yet. Question 51 is a song that makes you want to fall in love. Here I have Lover by Taylor Swift, Because by Stray Kids, and You and I from One Direction. Question 52 is a song that breaks your heart. Here I have Better Than You by Our Last Night, Traffic Lights by Sarah Case, and One More Light by Linkin Park. Question 53 is your favorite song. This is so hard. Trying to whittle it down to 3 songs was really hard, so I tried to do from some of my top artists that I've listened to over the years. But I have Falling Up by Stray Kids, If These Sheets Were States by All Time Low, and Afterglow by Taylor Swift. Question 54 is a song that has many meanings to you, and for me this is Guts by All Time Low, not the Olivia Rodrigo album. Question 55 is a song from the year you were born. Here I have This Love by Maroon 5, Roses by Outkast, and I'm Not Okay, I Promise by My Chemical Romance. the last question I have is a song that describes you. And oof, this was hard. I was really debating not adding this question because it feels so personal, but I said let's go with it. So here I have At Second Thought by Voila, What If by Cody Fry, Freeze Your Brain from Heathers, Anybody Have a Map from Dear Evan Hansen, and Tightrope from The Greatest Showman. I hoped you all enjoyed listening to me rant about music, or happy rant, I would say. But yeah, these are some of my favorite songs. Please, in the comments, I know Spotify has comments now, or in the YouTube comments or anything, please share some of your favorite songs or artists, and maybe I can try to make some album reviews. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you have a nice week. I'll see you next week. Goodbye!